Hello and good evening, everybody. KaneFan701 here, and I am back as I promised I would be. As we know, tomorrow is the day of Christmas Eve, and I'll be very, very busy on this day, so I won't be very active until possibly Boxing Day or maybe the day after that. However, though, I am in the festive spirit as I always am, and I hope you guys are as well. And well, at this time of the year, it is the best of human kindness that comes out of us, where we all have to be together to bring love and joy and wonder to everybody else, regardless of who we are. On this festive night, it is to be fantastic. Like I say, every year, this is the best time of the year where humanity shines so brightly, where we have to give our love and kindness to each other and treat like we're friends and family. Yes, Cresswell, I'm doing tremendously well. I will be very busy on Christmas Eve, and of course on Christmas Day I will be celebrating with my family, as I always do, regardless of how tough times are going to get. I hope you guys will be having a fantastic Christmas as well. And my support and love goes for you guys as well. So if I'm a little choked or anything, I just haven't felt well lately, but I'm doing good. If anybody wants to join in, I have put the link in up for you if you'd like to join in. I'm used to saying people's last names. I'm sorry about that, Thomas. It's not like I'm not talking to the tank engine, okay? So I just want to keep the identity name a little differently. Hey there, cool Fred. Nice to see you.
Hey, how's it going?
Absolutely in tremendous festive spirit, mate. I do have to apologise if I haven't been very active lately. Been so busy at home.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. But I did send you a couple messages. Just to clarify, I did get to finish the script for episode 9.
That's,
So
that's great
it's
to
it's
hear.
yeah. And I heard that you don't have like time on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So I'm no rush cuz I have a long break. I think it goes until January 2nd. Yeah, January 2nd I come back, or no, January 3rd, I go back to school and I'll have less time. So, yeah, I'm just telling you that, but I'll just be here. It's
Yeah,
nice to talk.
don't worry. I'm just like I said I will be. I know I'll be busy on Christmas Eve, but I just might have some time. I don't know when. Just watch out if I do. But I'm
Yeah,
always excited for
definitely.
Christmas. Yes, yes, Thomas, I am. But anyways, again, I apologize if I've not been very active. It's just like I said, I really have been struggling. Pressures happening at home, but I'm trying to keep the festive in. I've just recently refound it after so much good luck last night, and yeah, and of course, just trying to show the peace and love and goodwill to everybody else as I went out today, despite how rainy it was. Um, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And as you can tell, tomorrow Christmas comes a little bit early for some of our European friends, including our friends from Germany, because tomorrow it's Christmas Day for them. They celebrate it a little earlier than we do. But as you can tell by my icon, it's kind of related to what it is. Oh, it's just here, Dad. Maybe jump, man. Just maybe jump. I like to sit. What, Dad? Oh yeah, my 2 meals today. It's definitely right now. I'm still stressed up with work, and she's just taking it out. Now she's having a moment, and you've done everything you've said. And I was there. I'm not defending anybody. Don't want her to ruin this whole thing. She was good at everything, and she should grow off and never listen to that.
Vad är det för det?
What's that?
Säg för mig. Jag försöker bara som har varit tidigare i den där så tror jag var någon som är rätt svår. Nu är inte det rätt svår.
But what can I do tomorrow?
This one? What's up?
Got food in the house tomorrow.
Don't worry, I've already got that stuff right.
Yeah,
I've already done
that's
that. I was
what-
going to do
that's
one
what-
last bit and just make sure I've got everything all set. That's fine, but I know, I've seen the whole thing, so I know you. So I believe I've seen everything. I haven't been like that in the past. I didn't found wood. I just could have been out there and emotional. I think the stress of work got to like. If you were, I'm trying to watch each other in my mate's life, so it might be good to. Oh, cheers, sir. Yeah, I'm going to save that for Christmas then. I'll bring this for the rest of the Christmas Eve tomorrow. Oh, yes. Mum's all right with it too, funny enough. No, sure, I don't. So I get the 50p, so I get the other bike done and I can perhaps go back on that. That's it, yeah.
Okay, lads, I apologise if you heard me talking there in the background there. Just doing a few bits and bobs.
It's alright, Dad. Alright.
I apologise if you heard me talking in the background. That was just me talking with my dad. I can see the chat's really going in. Yep. Everyone's excited for Christmas. We all are.
I'm excited. I'm excited for Hanukkah. I know it's happening, but I think that we get gifts at the end.
Indeed. Heck, I mean, Hanukkah is very different, although, like I said, I'm always celebrating Christmas regardless. I guess it's a similar thing.
I'm so happy. I lost like 10 pounds off of.
Oh, nice. So I didn't realise you were dropping weight, mate. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's been a struggle, but I've been doing good. I went from 150 to 140.
Oh, that's good. Being 150 pounds ain't too bad.
For me it is.
That'd been me. I would have been pretty happy with it because, I'm a thin, slimmy individual and I need to put on weight and I just can't help it because as soon as I start eating, my diarrhea system just blows, which is not good because of my prematurity. Yeah, I've had 2 meals and I'm just trying to, get my appetite back into full swing. But when Christmas comes, I can do nothing more but just drink and have a good time. And yeah, and as you could definitely tell, if you can't smell it, I actually had some German beer. Bloody awesome. Like I said, I had a full point with it and I wasn't even intoxicated, No matter what form, I can never get drunk, man. It's just really cool. Yeah. And it turns out one of my mates apparently is going to a wedding tomorrow. Apparently, one of his cousins is getting married. God bless him. So yeah, I tried to do a few other bits and bobs, but my trying thing had a bit of a problem, and my thing went blue screen slowly. I had to restart everything. Thanks, I didn't lose anything. Yeah. But like I said, I really am looking forward to the festive spirit. And I can see we've got Noah, the NWR 92 thing here on the bum. Oh, it's Anthony Terrace. I didn't know that was him. But yeah, it's really good. And you can tell by my icon, that's actually based on the Christmas truce when we Brits and the Germans came out of our trenches and we shared a Christmas truce with them. So I thought I'd do it just to kind of do as a day of remembering those who took part in the fraternization and, of course, for Christmas as well, as a double remembrance. And that's how I kind of look at Christmas, where we should all be together, regardless of what nationality we are, I'm just glad you managed to get your script done, so I'll try my best to get back to voicing if I can help it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing another Christmas short, but because of the whole, home issues I've got at the minute, and
Yeah, I
because
understand.
I know, but I actually have been doing really well. Like I said, I spent a little bit of last-minute Christmas shopping, and I'm done now, so I'm all sorted. I just had a new haircut for the occasion as well. to look good for
Nice.
Christmas and just make sure the family has a good time. You know, it's been
Where
a
I
bit.
live, where I live, it is like snowing crazy here. But we are expected to go skiing in a bit because we have like this really nice skiing center that's near us, and it's just really fun, you know.
Well, that's good. I mean, well, if it's snowing like crazy, like it is up in Canada, as my good buddy Ginger Jesus has said, then that's the true magic of Christmas. You know, with the snow, that's the magic. You know, the glass is full of Christmas joy. Where we've had is just rain and drizzle. We
You know
cleared all
where
the.
it's funny because where I live, we've had yesterday we went to school and we had a early dismissal for about 11:30 from 8 a.m. Today we didn't have any school because everything that snowed yesterday has frozen over today. I'll tell you, all right. Um, I was getting out of my school on the bus, right? And you won't believe what happened. We went to drop off the bus driver obviously dropped off a kid. And where he lives, there's this really big hill that you have to exit out, which goes up. Now the problem with that is that one actually froze over. And we saw dozens of cars that were stuck up there that couldn't get up. They either got stuck on the side of the road or they just started spinning. So we had to wait an entire like half an hour for a a um a snowplow truck to come and put some gravel on the road so we could actually get up. And the funniest part is, while we were getting up, the bus drifted a bit, and one of the kids in the back were like, "Nice drift."
Nice, nice drift. I see where you're getting that, where that's coming from.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's I can believe you, man. With that, I believe you.
And so it snowed yesterday, and today everything froze over. My driveway, our family's driveway, it's completely frozen right now. Like there, yesterday I was doing some shoveling after school, and I'm telling you, like the top was snow, the bottom was pure ice. I just couldn't shave off. Nobody could. So we kept trying and trying, and it was just didn't work at all.
Well, that is. I believe you, man. You should, back in my day when I was having a lot of snow, it used to snow where I was really, really badly, and there were times where we didn't have to go to school, or we could just stay
Yeah,
in or
that's why we had
whatnot.
a snow day today. We have what's called here in America, it's called an FID day. It stands for Flexible Instruction Day, I think, where basically you stay home and the teachers they post assignments online that you have to do in order to mark your presence or your presence there.
Yeah.
And it's not it's I'm as far as my knowledge goes, it's not graded, but it is required because if you don't do the work, it's marked as an illegal absence, which can go on your college record, and it
Oh
doesn't
well,
look good.
that was something we didn't do in the UK for where I was. Um. Oh, sorry for the just killing me. What I was going to say was, I can remember back when I was growing up, we used to do so many cool variations of Christmas plays, and I've been in a few of them. But there were even times like we would break up early and then we would have like a 2-week break for Christmas. That's what we did back in the day, back in the 90s and the early 2000s, as I can remember. And here's how I used to think Christmas would work: you would go on a vacation and you would go to a different place, you know, spend the Christmas holiday there, and then you come back, like wherever time zone it's in, and they would, like, you know, my parents would bring half of the Christmas presents with you, and then the big stuff would be waiting at home, and I would open what they had then, and then the big stuff would come back after. This is how I used to think Christmas works for everybody, you know, so that Santa Claus can go down and do his job while we're elsewhere, you know. Even to this day, as a grown man, you know, almost 32 years of age, and I always think, you know, that still works today for anybody else who might be abroad right now for Christmas. So I've just got that funny feeling, you know, and yeah, and then after that, I'd come back, like it'd still be Christmas in our country when I got back or whatever, and then the bigger stuff would be there. And I remember it so well. Yeah, I've been watching a couple of Thomas stuff by NWI 1991 as well to get me in that kind of extra fizzle of Christmas feeling too as well, because it's a really awesome thing. At the same time, I've been trying to do some other fanfics while I was writing with, but again, I kind of got lost with all the stuff going at home, everything building up for this year's festive. So yeah, that's been kind of here and there. But don't worry, lads, I'm still looking forward to Christmas. I'm very excited. I've got all the drinks I might need. I'll be going out with my dad to try and enjoy the festive time for him and I to spend together. All I know is that I've got a surprise coming in, that I have 2 people who might be coming over, but I haven't been told. So I'll find out on Christmas Day. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And I just hope everybody else, including you, Cully Bear Fine 2009, and everybody else watching, I wish I have a great Merry Christmas and a good New Year as well to come. And whatever you get for Christmas will be brilliant. I might show you mine, perhaps, maybe at the end, maybe sometime after Christmas evening. Who knows? It all depends. It all depends on how good I am when I get back home from my festive with my dad. So yeah, it'll definitely be quite cool. Like I'm saying, the last 2 Christmases were very good, despite the whole pandemic and the other, stuff that was, you and I spoke about it briefly. We don't want to talk about it because of the, any drama or any of that BS that might happen. But still, I mean, this Christmas has definitely been unique. Everyone's definitely been in it a lot earlier. And yeah, hopefully 2023 will bring us a lot of goodness. Hopefully, if we can get a good turnaround, because we're in a tight cash strap time at this point here in the UK where things are just not going well. Lots of strikes. The unions are doing a lot of damning. They're really doing wrong. And so I've got to really cash up tightly on my end as well. So you can tell how bad things are in the UK. But our Christmas spirit is burning strong like it ever has done. So how things been going on in your area then?
Me?
Yeah.
Personally, it's been okay. I don't think that Christmas has really been good. Like at this current time period, there's a lot personally going on that I'd really not rather talk about because it's kind of personal. But
That's fine. I understand.
And it has definitely brought me down.
You seem like you were kind of happy earlier when you said you were down, or are you happy again after?
Yeah, it's just I tend to not think about what it is because it just
you'll come back
brings
to
me
it
in bad
eventually.
mood.
Either ways, like I said, I mean, our video that we did together was done well. Like we're still getting some good results that we did in that little Christmas short.
Good, that's good.
Let me just double check on it and see how much I've got now, because that was the recent one I had. Yeah, 11 days ago, we've had 670 viewers.
Nice.
Yeah, and had 49 likes. Yeah, but we actually had a good result. We had plenty of comments to. We had some very, very good results there. That was really good. Despite we did kind of rush it in or whatever, but at least we managed to get some Christmas festive out to let everyone have a good, wishing them all the best and everything else. Which I thought was, Oh, Colbert's here. Hey, Diego. Nice to see you.
Hey, Glenn. So, something unexpected happened yesterday.
What was that, unexpectedly?
So, my best friend, Danielle, aka LPS, the Cute Force Engine, her dog, Ruby, passed away yesterday.
Oh, sorry to hear about that, man.
Yeah, she was just tearing up, but she's okay now. At least she's in a better place. Like, we all know what it's like to lose a loved one, right?
I know. I've been there before. I know what it's like.
Definitely too many times for me.
I barely recovered from my own, but I had to be around other dogs and be around my cousin's brother, Milo, the one who was the brother of my dog. He lasted for a good long while until he passed on a few years back. But
hey, Glenn, have you heard of the movie 101 Dalmatians?
Dude, who can anybody else say they've never heard of it? I knew that one. That was my first Disney film in terms of involving dogs because I didn't think they ever existed, and it was because of that and the animation film as well that they were real.
What,
and
dogs?
Pongo's voice actor, what I noticed at the beginning, I said he kind of sounds like the UK actor of the first season of Thomas the Tank Engine, Ringo Starr.
No, that wasn't Ringo, man.
It kind of sounds like him.
Rest his soul.
Again, I really am just so I really was gonna try and show how excited I am. I really am, but it's just like to get that festive feeling burning in. It is good to show, but to try and expand it like I am, yeah. Despite all that, I've done quite well with what I've had to spend with, and luck was good because I played bingo yesterday, and funny enough, I had my Christmas luck. I won 80 quid, and it was brilliant. It was a good night, man. It was a lucky Christmas break. Yeah, I didn't expect to win anyway. I was just coming out just to play and have some fun. But yeah, that really was quite unexpected. I mean, there's no snow. I mean, we won't get any snow now. All we've had is just rain and just cold temperature, and that's what we've had. And I just feel that without that, it doesn't feel like it's too magical. Because without the ice and snow and a little bit of that, it doesn't feel Christmassy. But then again,
I will say that it is supposed to be a white Christmas where I am.
That's what I mean. If it's white, and that's an actual Christmas. When it doesn't have that, it just feels like half the fun's there. It's like half the glass is empty.
Wait, can I show something really quick?
Oh, your Five Nights at Freddy thing, eh?
No, not that.
Oh, so you found Darth Vader.
Cool. And
Oh,
Darth
so you-
Maul, that is so cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you're doing what's this? Is this some sort of a thing you're doing with two Sith Lords battling each other?
No, it's
Yeah,
just
like,
something
Imagine
fun I
if
thought to do.
remember when Darth Maul killed Qui-Gon Jinn?
Yeah.
Yes.
They also made this form where
Oh,
if
is
Darth
that right?
Vader.
I think
Jedi.
that's the Jedi Vader.
Yes, that's if Darth Vader was redeemed. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really into the whole resurrected Darth Vader thing, where he would come back as a good guy. If you have noticed, you can check out my fanfic where Darth Vader. Oh Jesus, I find you.
I'm getting the Darth Vader lightsaber for Christmas.
I have it at home. I found out that my sister had the actual Darth Vader replica, and it was there for a long time. We had to change the batteries because it died, but it's really cool. They don't allow me to touch it because it's like one of their most prized possessions.
Well, for me, I actually, funny enough, my first Star Wars lightsaber was Darth Vader, and then Luke Skywalker's, green and red. I thought that was the traditional good and evil colors.
Oh, Glenn, I just noticed a Star Wars reference in Part 3. Not just the men, but the women and the children.
Yeah, that wasn't there. You could say in a way Timothy was going a little Darth Vader-ish. I couldn't help but get a little Star Wars in that film because I was trying to in a way.
See, I thought that was that too. I thought, hey, I was watching the Clone Wars and I thought, you know what, this kind of sounds familiar. I had definitely heard it somewhere.
Yeah, but he didn't say it. But Timothy didn't say the entire. Oh Jesus Christ, old man! What are you doing with his lightsaber?
Look, this is something that. Hold on.
Oh
Here we
God,
go.
it's Gary's Mo. So that's what it was. Oh my Lord.
Yeah, like
the old man's got Vader's lightsaber. Give me a bite. Oh.
Like if Timothy met Darth Vader, like their voices sound similar.
Oh
like
God,
their voices sound similar.
Oh God, I knew to say an old man could fly and toss through the air like that at his age. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
This always kind of reminds me of the whole Netflix stuff that I was just seeing for a split second.
I also have the Naboo map. I got the map for Naboo.
Nice. But yeah, if you guys want to read my fanfic, I've done a version of where Vader turns back to the light even earlier. If you haven't seen it on my DA, you can see the thing like, what if Luke joined Vader?
like Kylo Ren, Darth Vader's grandson,
Look.
finished what Vader started.
Look, don't get me started on the terrible episodes 7 to 9. And don't get and
Yeah.
look, I hate Kylo Ren with a passion. I had faith in him, but he's no Sith Lord. He's no Sith Lord. He's no Darth Vader.
He's kind of like what Snoke said, a boy in a mask.
Yeah, and I hate Snoke as well. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah. We
But don't
prefer
get me-
Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader.
Listen, like I just said before, I was going to say it was more like, I still had the idea if Kylo was trained by Vader, like what if Vader did live, only to, train Kylo, but this and that, and then I do have intentions perhaps of doing.
Did you guys hear that Kylo Ren and Rey are apparently cousins?
Well,
What?
yeah, we found about that in the thing, but this in my variation, none of this is even canon in my version because it's just all one big mess. But the good thing is that we have heard that we might get a new Star Wars thing soon. Like this is because I've listened to Star Wars Theory. There's going to be a new series where it will take place 100 years before Episode 1. So we might get to see some ancient Sith Lords. Apparently.
Personally, I think that they should make a Darth Vader solo series.
Oh yeah, definitely. They could do that too
Yeah,
as
like
well.
did you see the Star Wars Theory Darth Vader series?
I love Star Wars Theory, man, with the Darth Vader series. I love it completely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
based on the comic books.
amazing. Yeah, and did you see the Obi-Wan Kenobi series?
Yep, I love that too. That ties into everything now with episode 3 and 4 with Obi-Wan and Vader. And of course, yeah, it all makes sense now. It's like as Darth Vader was saying in episode 4, the circle is now complete.
When I left you, like what in episode 3 when Darth Vader when Obi-Wan was in the fire and Vader left him, if that was the only time they fought, that would explain why Vader said, "When I left you."
I was nothing but the learner. Yeah, it was like, when I left you, I was nothing but the learner. Now I am the master. Yeah, it makes all
Only
sense.
a master of evil, Darth.
And that's the bit where, and at the end of Obi-Wan just calls him Darth instead. And now we know why he says that in episode 4.
In episode 4.
It all makes sense. No, to me, it brings closure to the whole story.
Like at Star Wars Celebration, Ewan McGregor said after episode 6 of 1, 4, 3, 4, 5, and 6, I don't know if that was true, if he teased 7, 8, 9, and 10, and we never got those episodes.
No. But here's another thing. Here's another thing as well. I do would like to say if there was a what if scenario. Could you imagine what it would be like if I don't know, if Darth Vader, I don't know, say if Qui-Gon Jinn was still alive, or if we saw him episode 1, could you imagine him taking on Darth Vader? How cool would that be for a fight, for a lightsaber battle? My favorite Jedi taking on my favorite Sith Lord.
Like Vader, Qui-Gon Jinn would try to redeem Vader, and Vader would say, "Anakin is no more. I am what remains."
Yeah.
You know, unpopular opinion, but Sidious is better than Vader.
Well, to be quite honest, I always feel like in terms of intimidation, Darth Vader always wins it. But
yeah, because you never see the expression on his face, but in terms of skill and wisdom and knowledge and technique,
yeah, Darth Sidious is definitely he's the best hooded Sith ever. But to be quite honest, I liked him. I preferred his. I always preferred his episode 1 appearance compared to what he was like later on. But again, I liked it because of his theme song. But I just don't feel like I'm intimidated by Darth Sidious. So I like him as he was. Because back then growing up, I wasn't really a big fan of hooded people and how old. To make seemingly elderly men look more powerful and all they are is just chatty people, and you had guys like Vader who was the more intimidated guy because I always felt like he was the main villain. And
but in the Rise of Skywalker, did you see that the Emperor came back?
Yes, I was kind of seeing where they were going to go, but yeah, look, Di, I know I get a little uptight about it, but it was good to see Palpatine back. but a lot of fans said it made Darth Vader's killing on him in episode 6 meaningless. So I'd like to think this was all just, Disney's way of screwing with all of us and trying to make Palpatine the villain, and it just made no sense, So
Yeah.
I like to still feel that episodes 7, 8, and 9 didn't exist.
Yeah, like
They should have been remade. It should be remade, and of course, instead of Rey killing Palpatine, it should have had Anakin's ghost appear, and finishing what Vader started. Like, he killed him once, and then Anakin does it as a Force ghost and does the whole thing. Because a lot of fans were thinking of Hayden Christian, who did Anakin, to come back, and I'm a big fan of him as well. To me, he is Anakin, period.
Hayden Christensen, he is the best. It was great to see him play as Darth Vader in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Oh, it was. I was so proud to see him again. It was just so good. At least it kind of, to me, felt like we picked up where episode 3 left off almost.
Yeah, and I like how James Earl Jones did Vader's voice. I don't know if that was actually him or they computer animated it.
No, it wasn't. It was just how it was. Just record over the lines of what he was saying.
Yeah, like Vader's skills in Obi-Wan Kenobi, his animation, how he attacked how his attacking, and how he said, in episode 6, did you really think you could defeat me? You have failed, Master. As he calls him Master one last time.
He does, yeah, because basically he was just heck, he even said this in episode 4 when he detects Obi-Wan on the Death Star. He says to Governor Tarkin, saying he's here, and then he says Obi-Wan Kenobi, what makes you so certain? And then he says, and Vader says a tremor in the Force. The last time I felt it was in the presence of my old master. So again, the last time he was there was when he had that duel. So it all makes all perfect sense of what Vader was saying in the old dialogue that we didn't know back then.
Yeah, the one scene in episode 5 where it's episode 4 when what have you heard of the Star Wars game Jedi Fallen Order?
I've seen, to me, that's one of the best Star Wars games in a long, long time. I haven't played it, but I love the deleted scenes that has, Cal Kestis, who plays as one of the Jedis, and I'm not gonna lie, he's one of my favorites. I'm not gonna lie, he reminds me so much of what Anakin could have been, and a bit like Luke Skywalker almost. And I've seen many guys who do remakes of it, where they have this thing where you can just play as any character, but they'll say the same lines. Like, you can play as Darth Vader, as a Sith Lord, or Redeemable, or you can play as Luke Skywalker or custom Obi-Wan or any of the other guys. And I feel like it's awesome, because it's kind of like you can help change the story and do your own way of have you seen it? This guy who does this, he's really, really good. Before you do so, I'm just going to show you this link here I found here on my DA, which is really good. Here, it's my Star Wars folder if you want to see it. I'm just going to, you don't mind this, do you?
No, I don't.
Since it's funny because usually I tend to watch Star Wars every Christmas time, because technically that's what I used to get a lot when I was growing up. Usually with WWE or Star Wars or Thomas or anything else that was related back then in the 90s and the 2000s, man. Hey, creepy boy number 19, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
I'm really geared up for the Christmas stuff. As you can tell by my icon, that's the Christmas truce with the Brits and Germans having a truce together.
All right, I'm back. What did I miss?
Nothing much. We're just about to show on my share screen here, because
hello.
Afterwards, I'll be watching Return of the Jedi. I tend to watch that every Christmas time, to be quite honest. It's like a happy ending to any time or whatever it is.
Return of the Jedi is the best
It
Star
is.
Wars movie, in my opinion. Everyone says it's either Empire Strikes Back or Revenge of the Sith. In my opinion, it's Return of the Jedi. Revenge of the Sith definitely comes in second, though.
They're all good, to be quite honest, but Return of the Jedi was really good, was my favorite out of the originals when I was growing up, and then Episode 1 came along because of the amazing lightsaber dual battling that they had. Episode 2 was fine, was passable. I was just because I always wanted to know what the Sith Lords are going to look like. You know, what are the bad guys in the red lightsaber going to look like? You know, that was just me because I'm a lightsaber geek. Anyways, back to what I was going to say was here's on my DA page if you guys can see it. Here's what I did in my Star Wars.
Wow,
Wow.
like that looks so cool, Glenn. Also, this is what I noticed. Like
Here we are.
Emperor
This is
Palpatine
this
had
is
a
back when I,
lightsaber.
this is back when I was first starting to use it. Back when I was in my early stages, I had, you know, when I was just starting out.
I also have Obi-Wan and Darth Vader as Lego sets or Lego figures. I have an entire Obi-Wan Kenobi set that I have yet to build. It's that Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan one. Yeah, I have.
Yeah, here we go. Again, these you just gotta bear with me. This was back in the day, back before I knew any of you lads. Back when I was a film and photographer bloke. So yeah, I had a lot of good stuff back in the day, man. Back when my room was before it got refurbished, doing all kinds of good stuff, and I was doing like a white material, like white Vader lived. Yeah, not the best, but it was definitely something I was getting into.
Hey, I see you've put my picture
Yeah.
that I gave you as the banner.
Well, I had to put it as part of my Christmas thing on the background, mate. So it worked. Hope you didn't mind. Yeah, back in the day, this was back when I had old friends, and of course, my old girlfriend was a Jedi with me as well. Yeah, and then a few years ago, we lost Christopher Lee back in 2015, which was a tragic loss. Before
Yeah,
he
he
lost,
played Count Dooku.
he did, yeah. I really liked him. He was basically that Sith Lord who never, well, where it was, and then you could see, and then I decided to pick up the pace with my clever arting. I was getting a lot better at this point. And I decided to do myself as an OC character. You know, what did you think of? And you know, it's a bit of a funny story with my Star Wars OC. Like I do not change. Like I stay practically the same throughout the entire trilogy because I'm a slow aging character, kind of like Mystique is in the X-Men.
Who's Mystique?
Pardon?
Who's Mystique?
Mystique's a mutant from the X-Men.
I never watched it.
Oh, that's something you need to check out. One of Marvel's better legends, man. You should check it out. It's like mutant.
I love. Speaking of which, I know this probably isn't related, but I love how they released like Avatar 2, like what 30 years or no 20 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 years. Like wow, the most I've waited for a sequel was like 3 years.
Yeah. I remember watching Avatar, the first one, but this one took a while. But I'm not really into it as much. But I'm glad to see it's still going. As you can clearly see here, I have different variations. I'm like Darth Revan with the purple and red. But there are times where I do let the dark side get on me a bit. But eventually, after me and Vader redeem backwards, I become a grey Jedi. Hence why I have a silver
What's
lightsaber.
the Grey Jedi?
The grey Jedi is in between the light and the dark side. If you watch Star Wars Theory, you will actually... Actually, if you know what, I'll play the video if you like to.
Yeah, like Glenn, I actually like Emperor Palpatine has a lightsaber, right?
Yeah.
But in episode 6 he didn't use it. Like it makes me wonder why.
Well, at the time, none of us didn't know he had a lightsaber. I didn't realize he was a Sith Lord. I just thought he was this weird chum bloke who doesn't use anything but lightning power. I thought, that's all he can use.
Well, I mean, maybe he's just old.
Or, well, we do know he actually had it, maybe as a spare, but it would have been cool if he did fought Luke Skywalker. That would have been a pretty good battle.
Or get this. Luke versus Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine. That would have been epic, right, Glenn?
Yes, it would have been only for Vader to do what he did afterwards. No, he kills him afterwards. Just using his lightsaber instead. As you can see here, these are part of my fanfic posters I was doing. Like, these are from fanfics like my What If Vader had trained Luke in the dark side, which is a popular fan theory. And as you can tell, I had a lot of fun doing all of this. Like, there's me with Anakin if he hadn't been burned.
Yeah, like Vader, like in Obi-Wan Kenobi episode 3, when he went through the village, Glenn, we knew like when we saw him, he looks amazing, right?
He does. Yeah, I remember seeing that. I was like, whoa, this Vader's like, he's like about what, 5 or somewhat years into his suit as Darth Vader, and he's still getting used to his suit. But he looked way powerful. Like he definitely looked like he was capable of doing anything.
I will say they did a good job with getting an accurate AI to voice James Earl Jones, because that's obviously, in case you don't know, James Earl Jones retired, and they had to use an AI for Darth Vader's voice in the series. And I
It's
think
a
it was a
shame.
Ukrainian company that was the voice, and they did really good job on him.
It's a shame, really, that James Earl Jones retired. I mean, there'll never be a better Darth Vader actor than he would. But,
Oh, speaking of which, in case you guys didn't know, after the new Indiana Jones movie, John Williams is retiring too.
oh wow, all the greats.
Also,
Tom-
Glenn, would it be amazing if James Earl Jones returned one last time as Darth Vader?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, just for one last time, and of course, if they did like, yeah, and of course, with John Williams retiring, it's almost like in a way, Star Wars is dying out. But I do feel like that we can continue with more as we're going along. But we have potential character people here on YouTube, like who can make fantastic Star Wars
films.
music, who are very similar to John
John
Williams.
Williams.
So I think it's possible that somebody, whoever does them, can actually continue the legacy,
Yeah, and they make fan films.
and even make like fan theory films. Like they should do a new thing. Like just imagine like the what ifs that are dominating the social media. Like what if this? What if time travel? What if Darth Vader did this? Or what if Luke did that? Or what if Obi-Wan? And see where it goes. Like what if Qui-Gon had lived? Or what if or what if I don't know. What if Vader
Obi-Wan
killed
was a Sith Lord.
Pardon?
Yeah, like
What if Obi-Wan was a Sith Lord?
Oh,
like
good.
he would have betrayed. I do not want to think about that. He could have betrayed the Jedi Order, right, Glenn?
Yeah, or what if Anakin turned back to the light during the fight with Obi-Wan Kenobi, and
I think that there should be one good theory to consider. What if it was the Jedi actually took Darth Sidious down, but then Anakin took over secretly?
yeah,
Oh, that
Yeah,
happened.
like if Vader never,
Ooh.
if Anakin never turned, he would have had a perfect life with Padme and Luke and Leia, and
He
then
did.
Luke and Leia would have been trained to be Jedi's, right?
indeed.
But I
yeah.
feel like that would, as how it should have ended said, I feel like that wouldn't lead into such an interesting story.
Yeah,
It would
but
actually, yeah. Like, what if?
yeah, it would.
Yeah. Hang on, let me just see if I can find it first. This is going to take a while, but like, if you don't know what the Grey Jedi are, kind of like you'll learn this anyway. You'll even learn that they have a code as well, just like the Sith and Jedi do. There's 3 variations of them. There's like everything you know and what's explained. You'll know apparently you'll know about the code afterwards. I'm just going to show you the. Hang on. Where is it now? Show you what they are.
Sweet Lord, what have I done?
What?
I did something just bad with my Lego figures.
Did you? What did you
Hold
want
on,
me to slice
let
in
me show
half?
Let me show you. I have Darth Vader here, right?
Oh, there's Darth Vader. Ah, his new version of him. Oh, gee.
Speaking
Okay.
of Lego
like-
Star Wars,
He's like
look what
Darth
I have.
Maul.
That's pretty
Oh,
cool.
God.
Dang.
Ah,
I got
look
the
at you.
exclusive Luke
Hey.
Skywalker mini.
Looks really cool.
You
I don't
do
even
know,
collect Legos anymore.
guys, you can actually get. There was a new version of Darth Vader in a Christmas package, right?
Oh
Yeah,
it's
it was the
special.
advent calendar, and I feel so bad because I missed that out in a store. There was one last one left, and I didn't get it.
Yeah, and you can see Darth Vader's got his new helmet, but he's wearing a Christmas jumper on. I thought that's quite
Yeah.
hilarious.
He's
It was-
wearing a Christmas sweater. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I thought that was. I don't know why, but I always laugh every time
Hey,
Darth Vader.
guys, look!
does
I
that.
also have this. This is no longer my favorite Star Wars game. Do you know which one is? This.
Ah, the new one. Yeah, we've got that too in our stores as well.
I have that. I have that one. I got that one, but I finished the first 6 episodes way too quickly, and I really don't want to go through the
Sequels.
AP double hockey sticks that is the sequels. So
Yeah, I know what you're saying. You're trying to stay to 1 to 6. I know, like I would. And here's another thing. There was another one. A few years back, I remember there was another calendar that had Darth Vader on it, and instead he was playing. I think this was the first one they did. Right, just bear with me. This was the first one they did of him, and this was like in 2014 or 16 or whatever it was, and I remember this so well. They had him dressed up as Santa Claus, and he had like a Santa package on the back of him.
Oh
while he was
yeah,
there.
that one. Like yeah, like I get that. Like if that's where the Dark Santa. Have you seen that video?
I've seen that, yeah. It's hilarious. They even did a Christmas one recently with Star Wars, which I thought was hilarious. You know. Okay. Hey, cool Fredbear 2009. I found the video for you. Hang on. I'm just gonna share the audio so you can see. Can you see, guys? Hang on.
Yeah, like yeah.
Here we go. This is what we're going to watch. So this is what the Grey Jedi are, in case you don't know. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. I think my mom told me about it, and
No,
yeah.
Here it is.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Star Wars Theory. You guys are blowing my minds here. Almost 1,000 new subs in 8 hours. How is this even happening? Is this a dream? This is all because of you guys, and I can't appreciate you enough. I'm just the man behind the curtain here, and without any of you, this wouldn't be happening. So once again, my fellow Jedi and Sith, thank you. Let's begin today's episode. Today we will talk about something I find very cool. Have you ever been asked by a friend or even by yourself, which side would you choose? Would you choose to become a Jedi, leading the path of the light as a guardian and keeper of the peace? Or would you choose the path of destruction, hatred, and violence, striking fear into
Oh,
anyone?
jeez. Darth Maul is thick.
I myself have asked and been asked this question many times, and my answer is always the same. This was before I knew this actually existed. I would without a doubt be a Grey Jedi. I would be a Jedi, however, I would not be as quiet, subdued, and controlled in certain moments that required me to use some darker abilities. That's the topic of this video. Who and what were the Grey Jedi? A Grey Jedi is a Force user who has rejected the discipline of the Jedi Order, but also the teachings of the Sith. They're not dark nor are they light, but claim to have found a balance between the two, hence the term Grey. I find this very debatable for the Jedi and Sith alike. As we see in Return of the Jedi, Luke completely harnessed the dark side to bring down Vader. When you see him slice off his father's hand after Vader had already fallen to his knees in complete defeat, Luke did not stop aggressively and hatefully beating him down. This was more than just acting, in my opinion. I'm positive George Lucas had directed Hamill to strike down with such ferocity and anger in that scene to demonstrate the ability to use the dark side when needed, and to possibly create foreshadowing for anything he had planned to come. We also see Vader in The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, who never went full power on his son. He could have finished him off in Episode 5, but he never did. Even though he said, "He will join us or die," and subsequently never killed him after Luke refused to turn. It was the Emperor who had attempted to finish the job on Luke by using his Force lightning until Vader took control of the situation, using his feelings and turning to the light side of the Force in his atonement of death. I think only the most powerful Jedi are able to harness the dark side powers without turning completely, achieving the best of both worlds. As another example, Master Yoda, able to absorb Force lightning. It is well known in the EU that in order for you to do this, you need to learn how to use Force lightning yourself, and we all know that's a trait the Sith use. We also know, and if you haven't seen my video discussing this, I'll link it in the description below and in the end of this video as an annotation, that Yoda has battled tremendously through almost 900 years of life with temptations to turn to the dark side. I highly recommend you watch the video. It has some good facts and some good theories. For a final example, we actually see Darth Sidious allude to the Grey Jedi in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, where he constantly hints to Anakin that a knowledgeable Jedi must know all sides of the Force, and not just the dogmatic, narrow-minded view of the Jedi. And that, as the Chosen One, he could balance both sides to his dismay. Qui-Gon Jinn, in the definition of a true textbook goody-two-shoes Jedi, leaned more towards that of a Grey Jedi, in my opinion, since he not only gambled, but cheated by using the Force on the Chance Cube for Anakin's benefit in Episode 1. He also went against the Council's decision to train Anakin and have Obi-Wan become his next master. This doesn't mean he used the dark side, it merely means he altered a situation to his will for what he thought was the greater good for the galaxy. Then again, this can also be argued as Jedi use their mind tricks to get their way, so it's a constant circle of debate, which I look forward to you all doing in the comments below. I'll chime in, and I'm looking forward to your thoughts on this. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the lightsaber contest coming out in a couple weeks. Some of you messaged me on the Facebook page asking when the deadline is. I'll make it very fair so you have lots of time to enter. With all that said, I hope you all have a fantastic and health-filled day or night wherever you all are watching this. And
Yeah, so that's kind of like what the Grey Jedi are as well, in a way. I heard you say that about Morlock being thick or whatever. Jesus, man, I was trying not to laugh. Just how you said it.
Interesting.
Like I said, it was really, really cool.
That's interesting.
It is. This is kind
That's
of like how
quite
my
different.
character is. Like, I embraced the light side, and then I became a dark sider, and then after so long, I balanced the two together. Eventually, after episode 6,
Yeah, no. If
No,
I had a
that's a-
choice, I'd be a Sith. I'd try and kill everyone.
I would. I did that too, but I always gave everybody a word. But in my version, I always gave everybody a respectful, worthy demise, not out of like, blindness what a Sith would if I was, regarding who I was facing. Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Hang on, I'm still here.
Now this is cool.
What's cool? What have you found?
I just used one of the lightsaber handles, and I made like this little stand, like in I forget what it is.
Like a little trophy thing for Darth Vader to hang his helmet up.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to lose that.
That's pretty cool.
That is.
You know,
that
it's
is-
funny. I have one dull lightsaber handle that Darth Vader uses, and I have one
Is it
like shiny.
the shiny versions that you got there? Those are the originals.
I have the dull one for Darth Vader because I
Hey
suspect
Glenn,
that.
did you say the Star Wars SC-38 reimagined, like A New Hope dual reimagined?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, I saw that. That was
loved it.
he sent that to me. It's way better.
I did say just picture if they had if George Lucas and that had that footage. Imagine they asked the user, and they could have put that in the re-release version of the Blu-ray or ordinary DVD or Star Wars Episode 4. You would have everybody at home would have their minds blown. Like, wow, this is even better than the original. Just think of that. If they could do more reimaginable fights just like that, just imagine what Episode 6 would be like. Episode 5 with Luke and Vader having more scenes and more fights to them. You know what I mean?
I will definitely say this. I feel like that Return of the Jedi definitely had a good choice with instead of having James Earl Jones as Darth Vader's Force Ghost, they put actual Hayden McGregor.
Yeah,
And I feel like that was good because it resembled that Anakin has returned and he's a Jedi
Yeah.
again
I
instead of James Earl Jones, Darth Vader.
it wasn't James Earl Jones. It was Sebastian, whatever his name was.
It was
but
like I
I'm a-
think it was like
it was to
James
resemble how old
Prowse.
Vader looked. I mean, at the time, it was to show like an elderly Anakin, which I can understand. But to have a much younger version like Hayden Christensen playing in the end, it kind of worked better because
David Prowse, his name is.
David Prowse. It's a shame we never got to see David Prowse's face when this is the reason why, as we've said many times, this was the reason why he fell out with George Lucas after all this time, was because they never got to show his face on screen, and not somebody else playing it instead. And this is why he was very PO'd about it. I mean, even I spoke to David Prowse, God bless him, in 2004 for a good 60 minutes and had his autograph, and he was very not happy about my knowledge while I was his biggest fan, and still am to this day, God rest his soul. But
Yeah,
And that's
like when he
like-
passed away, I broke down because
I know.
was
Listen,
like-
man. Well, look, listen, everybody. Listen. I even did that stream, with in his memory, because that's what everyone was talking about. And I'm going to be honest with you. Prowse's loss, aka as Darth Vader, was to me the worst loss ever felt. And a lot of people kept saying he didn't.
Sebastian Shaw, the actor's name is for the old Darth
Yeah,
Vader.
That's the
and
guy.
then Hayden
Yeah,
McGregor.
that's the guy. Yeah. He said, people said David Prowse didn't die from whatever it was. He just passed. He became one with the Force, and I think a lot of us kind of would like to agree on that, in a way. So you could say in a way, Darth Vader, quote unquote, found his redemption, almost in a way, you know. But in any cases, he's still being played now by Hayden Christian and other fans. So Vader still lives in all of us. If we were
Yeah,
dark,
like Hayden Christensen. Like, oh hey Brandon, what's up?
hello there. Hey, Brian, I see you decided to put that in just to make me laugh. The Bra Bra Buddy, the Butter Farm Edition. Dude, man.
Yes, I am here.
Hello.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Hey, Brandon.
Christmas.
Hey, guys. Face reveal, lads. Merry Christmas, Brandon.
Yes, I mean,
Hey.
yes, yes, it is a joyous time.
There's
Currently,
my face reveal
it
for a little
is-
bit.
it is snowing. It is blowing winds at 110 miles an hour.
Wow.
Well, let it snow, Brandon. But
Yes, but it's
Get your
Wait,
shovel
don't-
out.
Is
But
that
get your
Don't. I don't want any copyright on the stream.
No,
Don't
listen, we're allowed to sing it as long as we're not playing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just,
Hey,
like you can
Brandon.
hum it, you can sing it, you can like jingle-ling-a-lingle. But
Brandon, is that you?
Not the
Yeah.
actual music.
oh
Colin Fab,
yes,
Colin
yes,
Fab, Brandon.
Cool Fred Bear. It is.
Cool
We were in the
friend
same
there,
video.
Brandon, this is the guy I was going to tell you about who did the voice for the Fat Controller in our Hurricane thing. This is the guy who did it.
Wow,
So-
it's nice to meet you,
Oh,
dude.
wow.
Well, nice to meet you too. Yes, I myself have been Sir Topham Hatt in various universes, and various other characters. You may have seen some of my work, such as let's see. Oh yes, 1969, The Resistance, by Mr. 8 the Hedgehog. Then there's let's see, and then there was many redubs where I was the Fat Controller, Workman. I
And of course,
was
you were in that other and of course, you voiced Boko a couple of times.
yes, I was, and yes, I am the voice actor for Boko in a very infamous film.
But you are good
Couple
as
years
Boko,
back.
though. Don't get me wrong. You were very good as him. That I was
Oh
impressed.
yeah, I was. I'm just saying the film was infamous, but yeah,
It worked.
yes, that is correct. I was Joseph and Old Stuck Up in
Mhm.
1960s 8 The Resistance. Billy.
Hey,
Joe.
I will say I'm a big fan of your work.
Well, thank you.
I'm here.
Yeah, Glenn. Brendan. I started watching your Thomas and the Little Engine That Could video.
Well, thank you. Let's just say the Thomas and the Engine That Could video, that was like pure, like it was just like a what if, like the Little Engine That Could characters. And this was on the 30th anniversary of the original film that came out back in 1981.
And
So-
I was just I was born that same year, you know.
Yes. So
I wasn't
You
even
know,
alive.
So basically, because I was born in '95, the film came out in '91. So, and I saw first saw the film in 2012. I did a review on it at that time, and it's still amazing. And I know a certain ex-member of the Thomas fandom made some Thomas the Tank Engine style like versions of the characters. They've since been lost to the wind. However, there's an alternative made by Nick Bogia, which I have used and still have used. Like basically, let's see, Tilly the Shunter, Pete the Goods Engine, Farnsworth the Express Hybrid Diesel, Doc the Medical Engine, Georgina the Mixed Traffic Engine, Jebediah the Tram Engine. I think who else? I think. Oh yeah, and then there was their controller Tower. Although, unfortunately, there's Tilly's little bird friend was never made for trades. Not even the humans, like the human characters.
Hey,
Even the
Brandon,
book.
if it's really snowing out there, Brandon, just make sure you got your shovel ready to dig out just in
Oh,
case.
I got my snowplow ready. My snowplow,
like,
my ice.
also,
blade
Brandon,
melt.
Brandon,
Huh?
I want to show you something. I have a friend named Petey Hernandez. He did an E2 Surviving Whistles, and there are some of our OC, some of our like it was such an amazing video for him to do. And look, hold on, let me look.
Okay,
There's
let's take a
Thomas.
look.
There's Timothy, Thomas. There's Nicholas.
Hey,
Oh yeah, Train Boy.
oh,
I did a review on his OC recently.
that Nicholas.
Yeah, Train Boy 11.
Yeah, like,
Oh, him.
are you ready to see my OC? Like, all right, my
Yeah.
OC's.
Okay, let's take a look. Oh, so that's you.
Yeah, I'm with Reading 2102's whistle. Reggie, there's
I made my OC in
there's
a train.
fans like there's Nathan, and we also have Ricardo coming up. And oh, Brendan, here you come. Here, there you are, Brendan.
Yep, there I am.
Yeah, there's Brandon. there.
My
He
E2
gave
sub.
you Thomas's.
Yep, I definitely
Sorry,
recognize.
Timothy whistle. And
Train Boy 22, I believe.
there's
Then
Alex. Oh, and Alex
Okay.
is 311's newest closest friend.
Okay.
Oh, good
That's a
thought.
lot of E2 OCs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the reason
and-
why everybody gets PO'd on the fandom. Everyone has that
Yeah.
OC syndrome of A2s. Any cases,
There's Chris.
there's another.
there's
There's also
And this
also-
one is actually one of my
also,
favorites. Do you all remember Wow Wow Wubsy?
I think
yeah,
so.
look that. There's another
Oh,
OC,
yeah,
guys. Look,
I saw your OC on your profile picture
There's Titus.
on your YouTube channel. Cool friend
There's
there.
Jonathan.
What?
Like,
Guys, look.
yeah,
there's
like,
oh, nice.
like Brandon, like also like Alex's whistle. His whistle, like instead of 12 Norfolk Western 1218, it was 475's whistle.
Someone said something about me. I heard my name.
yeah, I was just
Yeah.
going to say, guys, look,
I
there's,
said,
look.
I saw your OC at on your
This
profile
is the guy
picture.
who you saw in my Christmas stream video. Briefly.
Wow. That
So
looks
basically,
cool.
that is his OC. That's cool. That's cool. Fred Bear's OC.
Yes.
Y'all can already see my OC on my
Impressive.
icon.
Although,
Yeah.
yeah, that's wow. All he needs is a face pack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
thank you.
I personally I like it this way as a face pack because here's how I think of it. It's not the train. I'm not the train itself. I'm the one who built it. You know.
Speaking of which, as well, guys, Brandon was also one of the guys I remembered. You know, because we've been friends since I'd say roughly about what was it 2015? Yeah, it was 2015, wasn't it, when we first met? As he did a good review on my Ghost Train film, bless him, and then
Yes.
the first time I saw his face reveal, I think this is the first time he did the face reveal. I could be wrong. It was when he did his 311 review thing, which I thought was hilarious, and it still ranks as the most hilarious review I've ever seen.
Oh, Brandon,
Well, true,
I'm
but it wasn't the very first time. The very first time would have been my Little Engine That Could video review back in 2012. I look a lot different. I have no facial hair. And I was super excited to do the review.
I'm actually kind of growing a bit of facial hair.
Well, I've just shaved. Well, look, you can see how mine's coming back because I just had to give it a recent shave for Christmas. Yeah.
Brandon, I wanted to tell you this since I couldn't really get in touch with you.
Yes.
Do you have like time? Because I was wondering if it was okay if I could cast you in my series for the controller.
Of course. I'd be honored to be the controller.
Because I'm in there. I'm already casted with Kerbear as well. So this is what I was telling you about via Discord, Brandon. This was the same guy who asked if you wanted to, take part, and you agreed. I was going to get the two of you to meet up, and this is hey, we're doing it here, and this is kind of like an early Christmas style. So, voila,
Here we are.
introductions have been made.
Glenn, sorry. Can I show your OC that we made?
Yeah, sure. Let's just do it here. It's for
So,
fun. now.
All right.
one thing that me and Kane Fan did, we
Yeah,
actually
here we
were
are.
able to get a reskin template and make his OC. He helped me with it. I got the engine I put on the face pack. He gave me everything I needed. It was nice, and I think it turned out pretty well.
It did actually. I really like it, to be quite honest with you, mate. I really feel like this was a nice improvement of my TVS form. No disrespect to the other guys who may be first, but this is kind of a nice for a
This
railway.
is the original one.
Yeah, that's what I look
Going to
like.
use.
This is my railway series style, and again, you managed to get my my Tinder fix. I just need to.
Yeah,
I need
you
to get
gave me this one. I remember
Yeah,
this.
I need to get that activated as well, so I can get mine activated. But problem is, though, like I said, if that Tinder
And
could
then
be,
here's the thing: I do have 2 versions of the my OC, so I could, if I wanted to, add a face pack. But here's the thing: I just kind of like it like this, you know.
Okay,
Well, I can
so
always-
basically you want to remain faceless.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying because you know everyone has their own style, but
That's
to
all right.
me, it would make more sense if this was built for me instead of me, you know.
well, you
Oh,
can
I
always,
understand what you're saying.
if you have like a second variation, you can always have an 06 version of yourself with a face pack. Like that could
I
be who you
mean-
were then.
I mean, my E2 form in trains is a reskin of the 06 Thomas, and I have original faces.
Yeah.
I mean, there's what the
Diesel 10.
yeah, there's Diesel 10, but is that the Tidmouth Yar 3D version?
No. Wait, Timothy
Nope.
3D has their own version?
I haven't checked that recently because the last model that they released would have been because I know, like, basically, I mean, I'm super thrilled. I'm still amazed that
Yeah, I
Ricardo-
definitely don't see Diesel 10 here. No. I got this somewhere else. I got this from it was one of the deleted sites. They had the classic scrapyard, I think they made.
Okay.
Was that the
I
one that
forget what it
SO3D made?
Hmm?
Was that the one SO3D made in 2006?
No. The one I think the one that Soder Island 3D made, if I can just get it really quick.
or was it
The
or
one
is that
that
Solar
Soder
Island
Island
Retro?
3D made was this one. This is the
Yeah,
one.
I remember that one.
Everyone remembers
'Cause,
that one.
Because I mean, yeah, because it's just because you can tell, like, the color on it is
I also
much
have-
lighter.
This class.
Wow. Oh yes. Yeah, Diesel 10 would be super happy. He's super happy on that body.
No, he's super fit.
Yeah, he's definitely not in pain considering his cheeks are. This looks like pure pain. Like this is Botox for trains. This is literally. There are lights piercing through him right now. and he
Yes.
is not-
Basically,
almost
they'd
like
be
pimples.
activated if he was blind.
Well, yeah, but they almost look like pimples.
Guys, did you hear what happened to Strasbourg 475?
Yes, we
Yes.
all
No.
know. The
Yes,
accident
about
when it got
the
smashed in
cow.
head.
Wait. What are you guys talking
and
about? What are you guys talking about?
475's accidents.
You know, the rainbow sun version 2, the one who crashed at Strasbourg when it had half its face caved in.
I was recently in Strasbourg. I want to share some photos with you guys. All right.
Okay.
So
Well, yeah, because 475 plowed into an excavator's bucket, and the Smokebot store was destroyed. Thankfully, it didn't explode. And actually, I made an episode with Spencer and Oliver, the excavator, inspired by 475's little hilarity.
I want to share some with you guys. So,
Do you
for my
know what that
birthday,
reminds me of?
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
Well,
It
first, I
reminds
think.
me of Toby
I
and
think-
Sodor Fallout.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
but wait.
Don't bring
I
that up.
believe
Sorry.
Cool Fredbear wants to show something.
Yep, come on.
All right. So, if it's okay, I do want to say that I was at Strasbourg for my birthday, on November 6th. Look, I got a Bachman Thomas. Hold on, I have it right here. I have the Bachman Thomas. Give me 1 second.
It's funny because
right back.
10 years ago I was supposed to be in Strasbourg really originally for my birthday holiday before I met up with my old school, now former
Alright.
brother and good friend.
Right here in peak condition.
That was what-
Bachman Thomas.
I actually bought that recently last Christmas from my cousin Geordie.
And hold on, I
He's
have a lot
He's
more.
messed up Thomas so badly, but he loved it.
We did a lot of.
Hey, he's got the Batman on him. Yay, we got a Batman fan on.
Yeah, it's a old shirt I had for a while.
Ah,
Hold on, I'm not
that's,
even done. I have a bunch of wooden railway stuff. Give me 1 second.
that's what Batman first looked like when he came out in the comics. Yeah, it's been a crazy. Yeah, me and Cool Freddy Bear we're big fans of Star Wars, but we also like Batman as well. So that kind of is what brought us together. In case you don't know, Brandon.
Okay.
Yeah, but this was the guy I was telling you about, and I'm glad you got to see him and see what he looks like. Like I said, he is very, very good. He's the guy.
It's a huge honor.
He's the guy who also helped me get my voice dubbing back into shape almost.
That's great. And
Some
speaking of
good-
voice,
Yeah,
I
because
mean that's awesome. And speaking of the voice acting and all that, at
All right,
long last,
sorry.
I
Let me
have
just put
a certain
the-
sound effect downloaded into my file.
and that would be.
Well, it's via share screen.
Oh, well, we don't want to play in case we don't have copyright strike. All
No,
right.
it's something
Yeah,
familiar. It's
yeah.
not, it's,
we have to be careful because of copyright.
well, yes, but it's not. I repeat, it is royalty free.
You sure it's royalty free?
It is royalty free. I assure you. It's not.
Well,
it's not.
There's
It's
Thomas.
not like. It's not like. It's not a Rick roll. I assure you.
The Kildare experiment. I see it. Ooh. That's pretty cool, Brandon.
Yes, these were the sound effects that Toy to Tesla
Damn.
created.
That's pretty-
And actually, believe it or not, one of those whistles is Afton's whistle.
Whoa, nice, even better.
Yep. Because I know the other whistle I recognize as Gordon's, and the other one is from a Hooter. So, yeah, basically, for those of you who don't know who the Kildare experiment is a engine that was made from a family member of Jenny Packard's that what ended up being the Halloween engine that we saw in season 8, which was essentially the engine was consisted of the body of an A1 with the wheel configuration of a 9F and a tender from a B17 or a B12 or a whatever. But we know that in the actual TV series, the tenders was one of the tenders that Henry used in Tenders for Henry.
Actually, Brandon, I'm glad you brought that up.
Yep. Oh yeah, 6 lovely
Okay.
tenders.
No, I'm glad you brought that up because you know what I've just remembered something. I was just recently rewatching Victor Tanzik's series because we're still stuck in this 1960s, still in the stories of Sodor.
Yes.
And from what I can remember in the TV series, because Clarence Gosman can't make a cameo in there, that would have been in 1968, I think it was, because that's the same time the book was released when he first came to Sodor. So I'm thinking to myself, if I've got a funny feeling if this happens, do you think we'll get a reference to Henry and the Six Tenders, you know, in Victor Tanzik's universe as part of some sort of like, I don't know, maybe an April Fool's prank that Duck will play on Henry, or, you know, something to kind of like throw a little reference that would inspire Reverend W. Otto to write up what happened in the book's version of this.
Well, it's a very good question.
This has been bugging me for a good long week, and I thought I wanted to discuss to you about this. And I don't know if Victor will know about this or not, but it's something I might have in mind for him to write if, you know, for one of his upcoming series, if that would be what he would like to have, because he likes how he does from other guys. He did it for you and other guys as well. So I thought, what if possibly that could be something maybe for season 4 as a continuation, because we're still stuck in the 1960s in the timeline.
Well, yes, but season 4, is concluded. We know that it ended with Peter finally being freed from Railgate, and with the death of Alan, and with the death
Went out, but I'm
and
just
the
saying,
death
it's still going
of
to
Johnny
continue
Cuba.
on. Yeah, but it's still going to continue on in the 60s because it's only gone from from what I remember in the timeline, 1963. That's where we left off from. Didn't
One of Victor's shorts does hint at the death of Bruce, but I mean,
I'm
we
hoping
don't
that's
know.
not the case because he's been alive throughout the entire whole thing.
Yes,
He's never
but
been-
again, what if does it actually hint at Bruce's death, or does it hint at a character that is like so lovable doesn't get spoken of? Maybe it's a character that we haven't heard much about, and maybe that's the character that's going to be exiled into the Shadow Realm.
Well, it could be the guy who Diesel was named after, maybe the guy Bruce, maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Or maybe
I have no idea.
My theory, it could be Peckett.
I was just thinking about this, you know, while we're on the subject, I didn't say this earlier, but when he started the new season, when it started off with Diesel, I really did like how the backstory of how he and Doug first met and how he got his name, and I really think that this was actually a pretty good flashback. And to be quite honest, I want this to be actually canon. Like it was actually like this is what happened prior. You know, I really thought that. To be honest, it was one of the best backstories I've ever heard.
That's true. Now, Billy Judd,
You want
that's
that?
right.
Brandon, can
Billy
you-
Judd's right about Andreas. And I agree. I hope it is
Brandon?
not Samantha, but I do believe that Benson could be a character that could be killed off in season 5.
Hey, Brandon, while you're just doing this talking, I'll just go to the thing. All right, I'll be right back. Can you just continue on while I just go for a second?
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, Benson, the military engine, I imagine he would be a character that could be he could be killed off. I mean, but yet again, it could be. I mean, it could be Terrence. Could be. Oh, what if it's Kate? What if Kate is the engine? That could be.
Hey, Brandon.
Maybe it's Alice. Maybe it's Alice.
Hey, Brandon.
Yeah.
Remember?
Could
I
be
asked you
Alice.
about
What
the
the-
Victor Tangent's JJ.
Oh yes, JJ. But JJ died.
What you're doing, my little boy's about to take his first
Um,
step. No, I'm not. First words, never mind. How am I
first-
supposed to go for a little walk, JJ?
See, that's what I really
Oi,
am never
what's
going to
your language,
understand
boy? Oh,
in
what?
Victor's
What are you gonna
universe
do?
about
You
the
never
fact
thought
that
the
engines
nothing.
can,
Who
well,
told you to speak like that?
well,
Bruce,
do
why
some
did I
of the
let
things
you
that
spend
we
these
humans
little-
do.
Give me a effect. Well, I'm going to put a stop to this. JJ,
Oh,
Uncle Bruce
Bruce is a very,
very bad influence. Don't listen to
Like,
anything he
how
says
did-
and
how it-
ignore everything
and
he
they-
does. Understood? Yes, Dad. Don't trust the black man. Good boy.
Wait, no.
Too late, James. It's stuck there forever.
Wait, what was your question?
Like, how did JJ and how did James and Rosie actually, like, how could they have a,
How could they have JJ?
yeah, like, this is my favorite one.
This time, you little hoodlum. The orphanage? Why? They had it coming. They said I was fat. You are fat, you little mongrel. Beg pardon, James, but that's a bit harsh. The truth always.
Hey, where'd he go?
James, your little bastard just burned down Nepid Station. Odie, James, your boy just torched the hospital. James, I just took suggested
What?
son. Please tell me that one was a joke. No, because there's nothing funny about that, you sicko. What I actually did was stop Junior from setting the Pack Controller on fire. No, you didn't. Okay, I tried to stop him from setting the Pack Controller on fire. Ugh. JJ, why do you keep starting fires? It makes me feel good. How about we find something else to make you feel good? Like what? You could watch my OnlyFans. Dad? You're right, JJ. This does feel good.
Okay, guys,
Yeah.
I'm back. What the heck happened while I was gone?
Well, Diego was showing off Victor Tenzing's little story arc with JJ, JJ, James and Rosie's son.
Like, yeah, like when James,
that little arc, because I just yes, the whole Henry and Emily thing I did was hilarious.
Look, let's not go back there, pal. We've already been telling you a dozen times. That was good while it lasted, and then you did. Look, that was good, okay, despite you had Emily's tender facing the other direction, which
Well, that was okay. First,
that
and
always
foremost,
that gets me every time. It's easy to spot.
I know it's easy to
Hey,
spot, but I did do some research on this, and I'm being serious here. Like whenever a wedding takes place, and usually what I'm trying to say is this: like it's the human equivalent of when let's say if you're ponytail, and if it's on the right side you're married, and on the left side you're single, kind of thing. But in this case, Emily's tender was backwards because yes, it was an error.
I
in
know
other
this-
words,
Sorry.
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I it wasn't related. I wanted to say about what I got in Strasbourg because I got a couple stuff.
Oh, yes, the Strasbourg stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this is one of the first things I got.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Looks
nice.
nice little.
Yeah.
Is that Scotsman?
Yeah, Scotsman. It's a bit weird, I will say.
Oh, that looks
Good
like the
guy.
Brio version.
Yeah,
I've
kind
I've
of.
actually
Pretty
had one of those
cool.
before back in the day. Yeah.
And then
They
this
wrap
is
the screen
not
a bit bigger, mate.
this one I've had for a while. It's really something you only get if you live in New York, which I have.
Ah, it's a battery style, eh?
It's a Broadway Express coach.
And then I have
Ooh.
this random diesel, I suppose.
Okay.
I got this at a thrift store. It's Edwards Tender, only Edwards Tender. Then this is another one I got at Strasbourg.
Okay, so there's Gordon.
version.
This one I've also had for a while, the Birthday Thomas.
Oh, yeah, birthday
Hey.
Thomas.
And this one, and then I have the special one saved in a little container to be safe. It's my personal favorite. I have this one.
Oh,
yes.
Everyone, yes.
I mean, he's the mean one. Diesel 10.
Is that like a rip, like a spin off of Mr. Grinch?
Well, actually, believe it or not, someone in the fandom did do a Christmas, like, basically a Mr. Grinch styled song cover. Instead of, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, it's called You're a Mean One, Diesel 10. And it pretty much, and it lists off all the crimes that Diesel 10 has committed, like trying to kill the engines, trying to kill the buffers, trying to kill Lady, trying to kill Mr. Conductor, trying to kill Sir Tom Hat, trying to set the Steamworks on fire, trying to set the Fat Controller on fire.
It was the Diesel Works on fire.
Yes. The Diesel Works on fire. Spinning right round on the like trying to break the turntable in the Steamworks. Trying to manipulate Percival. I could go on and on. Oh yeah, and trying to steal the Christmas decorations.
Oh, I remember that.
I also
Awesome.
have some. I also have some. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No one knows if Thomas and the Magic Railroad is even canon or not.
Well,
It's
to
not.
me it is.
It's not.
To me it is, and I say this out of context because let's see, like in Calling All Engines, we did see Diesel 10, we did see Lady, but we never saw Splatter and Dodge. We never saw Mr. Conductor. We never saw any other human characters, like because those like let's see, like for example, the windmills, the sets, while they were in similar spots on the Island Soda and the Magic Railroad, and there were some interesting little like bridges and tunnels and whatnot. Those were really unique. Maybe that was an evolution of Sodor. Maybe maybe that's why. Maybe that it took place in the year 2000. Hence,
Have you guys seen the Thomas and Friends, the Thomas and the Magic Railroad rewrite?
Yes. Actually, I am one of the voice actors in the rewrite, the Trains version.
Well, like who did you voice, Brandon?
Well, I was Billy Two Feathers.
Billy Two Feathers. Cool.
It's just a shambles. I never got a chance to. I really would love to have joined you, Brandon. I really did.
Well, again, that was way back in the day.
That I could have been.
Oh, Milos. It's been a long time.
I mean, heck, I could have been happier to have done Diesel 10 if I wanted to, or I could have just done Henry because I just recently got back into voicing him again.
Wait, who's Michael?
That's great
that
about
did
Henry. But
Yeah, if Timothy made an appearance in Thomas and the Magic Railroad, he would have whispered, "I'm proud of you, Thomas." After saving.
Yeah,
Well,
I
actually-
can actually see. I can't actually, guys. I would if this had happened. Look, if Timothy had been the off-canon script of Thomas the Magic Railroad, I could see him just putting off the Darth Vader switch. Like he's evil at first, but then he sees like his brother's in trouble, and he's the one who kind of quote unquote kills Diesel 10 to redeem himself to save the one he's just trying to protect. But at the same time, he still loved him.
Well, that's true. But according to sources, well, not sources, but there's a theory that there was meant to be a deleted scene, or an extended scene, in the end of Magic Railroad, where we would see Thomas puffing at the very end of the film into the sunset, but we see Thomas wearing that Timothy face, symbolizing that years later Thomas has grown old, he's aged, and he says,
we all know the theory, Brandon. It's just become a funny meme now. But again,
I know. I'm just saying,
it's become a catchphrase ever since, And speaking of which, just before I just go back again. this is kind of like how I'm supposed to be, even though Cool Freddy Bear did a good job on remaking my OC, which I again give you credit for, man. For your universe, maybe. But here's what I look like, back in the day. This is kind of how I am still. Like, that's how big I looked. And of course,
Okay.
yes, that was the only time I got Richard to activate. That's how he was going
Yes.
to look until I
Then
found
there's-
someone did a very good 06 version of him.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, but because for a second I thought that was Henna. Like,
No, don't go
next
into
to Tim.
YouTube. No, don't do that. Let's not go into that shit, all right? I'm already cracking up as it is.
Sorry, I'm just having those.
And just,
I
and just to
don't
score a
know.
laugh, how about this? And I just couldn't help but use Gordon's reaction. It's like, what the F happened to you, Thomas? They rebuilt me the wrong way.
The correct way.
Or basically, Gordon was going so fast that he kind of time jumped himself into another universe.
But
Yes. Or
EB1.
Gordon was going so fast that he went around on the loop and back again.
is it okay if I share some images of when I was at Strasbourg again?
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
Hang on. Hold on, mate.
Yeah.
And of course, this again, I did this for Brandon as a tribute because he's very good at doing Bertie a lot of times. And yes, in my head canon, these would have been his coaches in my head canon.
Yep, it's true. Actually, in my universe, I do have my own coaches.
Yeah, but in my version, Brandon, you don't have two; you have three. In my version,
Oh yeah.
these are what you have because in my head canon, you're on Thomas's branch line now, so you have your own coaches.
That's true. And I see we have.
Except you have the top priority now. Instead of you having, instead of Thomas being the main branch line nowadays, you have what I like to call the Farquhar Branch Express. So you have a top priority now.
Indeed. Yes. So now, and that's great that Cool Fredbear 2009 created you. So now, I believe.
He gave me a new look, which was good. So let's see what you got, then, Cole. Let's see what else you had
So,
from Strasbourg.
back when I was in Strasbourg, we were in one of the steam train rides, and I believe it was when we went past, we actually took a glance, and we saw Thomas in one of the sheds. They've been saving him for the summer, and I took several pictures when I sneaked into the garage.
Garage, as we say in Britain. Oh, nice. The
Wait,
workshop.
You actually snuck in?
Is that the
I actually
Stafford
snuck
mechanical
in.
shop?
I swear, this place is literally shed 17. If you think about it, you come in, look.
Okay,
All of
Shed
this,
17 is not
yeah.
canon.
they have their own Rusty. Look, all right.
Yeah, we all know that.
Yeah.
Like,
So
Was
I
there
sneaked
anyone?
in.
Was there anyone else in there?
No, I there were security cameras, but that was it. Look,
So
This
there was
would
no
be
security.
images.
What the?
Oh, good lord.
it's
Is that Rusty?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Rusty, Brandon.
It's Rusty.
Rusty. And I even got a face at Thomas's coal face that he had.
Is that the like? Let me guess. Like the
That's
original
not the
Thomas
dummy.
that
That's
they had in
that's
the
that's the
Strawford
one that
shop?
they actually worked.
Is it the original non CGI face?
No, it is the original CGI face. But I will say this: this is the non-dummy version, the American version. The ones that we saw were also two dummies. The ones that they used to use back in the days. I'll share. I actually did see the 611,
Okay.
Louise.
The Queen of
Nice.
Roanoke herself.
and it was so. In case you guys
what
don't
about
know,
Globe 18? Do you think that engine will run again?
Oh, I hope so one day. Maybe.
Well,
so
you never know.
in case you guys don't know, Strasbourg is a very Amish place. They have like a lot of Amish people there, and they sell a lot of Amish products. I have
It's home-
apple cinnamon jam down on my cabinet, and then they had one of these shirts for babies.
Nice.
It
But-
says, "I have an angel watching over me." I call her grandma.
Nice.
Nice. But
And
listen, hey, cool Fredbear. Just keep in mind, it is a very, like you said, it's very Amish. The Strasbourg is home to them, and they are very friendly people.
Yeah.
Basically,
They-
when you go there, it's like you're back in time. As they say, as they always keep saying on their speakers, the Strasbourg Railroad is the only road that goes back in time that has forward.
I also recorded this video of one of the trains, which I'll share for you guys right now.
Is that?
It's 90.
Hey, it's my favorite Strasbourg engine, 90. Yes. You were lucky, man. This is my favorite engine you've seen leaving.
Oh, it's not leaving. I think it was just doing a test for some photos.
Yeah. But again, this is my favourite steam engine you got recorded, man. Number 90 was the reason why I discovered the Strasbourg back then.
And then this is also something interesting. Strasbourg actually has their own breakdown train.
Nice.
Oh, so they do have a breakdown van.
Yeah, breakdown train, just like in that one episode. It was also they had these veterans assemble to show about all these pieces and artifacts from World War II.
That's good. I can see a Pennsylvania diesel there in the background.
Yeah, and I think that this train does seem familiar. This was in the museum. I found it.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those early engines. I know the real engine I used in my film, Ariel, aka number 1223.
I
She's
also
there.
found this streamlined engine, which was pretty cool.
Ooh,
And I also do want to share this with you guys. I did take a video of the full catalog of the Bachmann store. It's called the Strasbourg shop. If you ever go to Strasbourg, visit that place. They actually have pretty good prices for Bachmann.
I wish I went back. I wish I was there with you, pal. I've been this. If wherever you went to, I've been this hole all day long. If I ever had enough money.
Yeah, I was there for a while. See, they have all of Bachmann stuff.
Oh man.
I still have the box. Give me 1 second. I will be right back.
Okay.
If I was there, look, if I went back there 10 years ago, I would have collected every single Tom. Well, every Thomas stuff I would have wanted. Henry, Gordon, Emily, and the rest of the rolling stock.
It's a very nice box.
That's the exact same thing I gave to my cousin last Christmas, and he loved it.
Yeah, I loved it too. And I got a bunch more track pieces, like a lot more than the set that came with it, because they have like 4 track sets for $15, which was not a bad price. And then we went to this other place where they had an entire model layout where they had these two guys. Entire layout, which I'll show you guys right now. They had this glowing mine.
I see it.
Oh, excuse me for 1 second.
Oh, yeah.
I bet that would have been cool to see that in person.
Yeah, I mean, Brandon. Hey, Brandon, do you ever plan to go to Strasbourg one day?
I'm hopeful to go to Strasbourg in the future, because like it'd be nice to just get there, to actually shake hands with the Rainbow Sun, to
well, we do know that. But we do know 611 has finally, unfortunately and sadly, has left. She's gone back to her old home.
Well, that's true. That's true. But maybe someday she'll come back for a visit.
And like, also,
I'm back.
What
Sorry
I
about
suggest they should do. This might be cool. Do you know what I think they could have done?
What's that?
While 611 is away for a little while, they could have just restored 1218 or 2156.
Well, yes, but here's the thing: 1218 is in a museum. 2156, that's a whole other story. Like
that is actually, I think someone could make it back. I think that engine just came back recently.
Yes, and I know just the engine.
It's
4014.
No, big boy, it's Brandon. For the love of Christmas trees, it ain't gonna happen. All right, listen.
Look, there is a big boy near me. There is a big boy. It's in the museum that's near me. There is a big one, and one more thing, they also have the Ertl Thomas. Being held hostage at the layout.
Being held hostage.
And another weird thing. They have at Strasbourg. They have a Cartoon Network hotel.
That is very interesting.
That's awesome.
So I'm definitely gonna have to go and visit Strasbourg. I definitely need to shake hands before 7.5. I need to have a word with that excavator, and I need to find the excavator aspirators.
I would love to come to Strasbourg with you guys and everybody else as well, just to climb on board number 90. And if 611 did come back, that would be the best chance. And I'd spend all my time maybe visiting the Red Caboose Hotel, or even just spend my time in the Bachmann store. You know, or just go up and down the valley. It would be a place. It'd just be a place to call home, and make friends.
Brandon, I just sent you a friend request on Discord.
Oh, well, thank you. I will.
Hey guys,
perfect. That's
do y'all know that that they did a Diesel Roundhouse reunion?
That's great.
They did the Diesel Roundhouse.
I wonder if they'll do.
You remember that?
Yeah, we remember this. Yeah.
They,
Yeah.
What if they just did it with steam instead?
But
Yeah.
wait. The only question with those diesels, are they electric?
Like, oh, the streamliners?
Yeah, are they electric?
I don't know. Like, I don't
No.
know. Like, if like
Oh, good
all of
lord.
them were converted to diesel
Yeah, I
power.
saw this.
What is that?
Wait, what is that?
What is that?
I saw
Oh
this at
my
the museum
God.
near me where they held the big boy. All right. After this image, I promise it gets promising. Okay. So oh no,
Oh,
don't
dear
tell me.
Lord.
Okay, good. All right, there is the frame. There it is. So they have let me see the number for the big boy. It's X4012, and ooh, that's a good picture.
Hey guys, like, can I show you something?
Yes,
Here's
you
the
may.
big boy.
It's
that's
actually
in
really
the-
cool. Like, this is me in front of 4014.
Oh, good God, that's you.
Whoa,
Your
whoa.
voice doesn't even
Wait,
match
let's
the
see.
style.
Wow.
Holy crap.
That's me.
big
That was
boy.
So
I was-
you're actually in front of 4014.
Wow.
There's me with my dad, and
Whoa.
look, look, there's 4014, and it like, and guess, oh, like that's not all what we just did. Like that my dad sent me these pictures in front of.
Oh,
Nice.
I think
No.
it's 4012, but look, this is me. Look, there I am in front of the 4014. There's me and my dad, and look who we met.
The engineer who
Oh.
drove it.
Ed Dickens himself.
Lucky
Nice.
son of a gun.
Now, did you have a chance to shake the hand of 4014?
Like the shake the hand of 4014.
Yeah, like,
He's
like
the
did
engineer.
you shake its like a
Ah,
buffer or
nice.
cow catcher?
Oh, like I didn't, but I didn't. I was still new to the. I wasn't even part of the Thomas fandom yet. I was just still into engines. Like that was my first time seeing an engine in an operational steam locomotive in my city since my city is starting our steam
'cause-
excursion program.
It's interesting because in my Christmas episode, The Christmas Jekyll, you would have seen me hug the spirit of the half engine. Like,
Oh boy.
what?
Oh.
I mean, yeah, like because
I also have
Excuse me.
I've had
That's
this
okay.
for like a while. I have the old school Trackmaster Thomas. I have this
I
in
still
my house.
I still have my
yes.
Tomy collection.
I used to have the like neon dark blue Thomas with Annie and Clarabelle that would drive with Annie Clarabelle's switch, but it was all the way when I used to live in New Jersey, and so many of the stuff I had there, it's gone. It's unfortunate, but I had to move.
It sucks, I
hang
know.
on a second, guys. When you said about like just having I'm just joking around with you guys here. Now, how about this? Speaking of engines who could make it to Strasbourg, do you think personally? I think this is one of them. I think could make it. How about this one? This locomotive here. Would this locomotive be perfect to fit on Strasbourg?
Oh, Southern Pacific 425.
Could be.
This baby right here. The only engine that's been ever painted in blue livery.
Oh, it says Scranton. That's the museum that's near me.
Yeah, that was it. This is in the year of 1995 when it went.
Oh, 1959.
Yeah, I'm in Pennsylvania right now, and
This is on the year. This was on the same year you were born, Brandon, in 1995.
That's correct.
That's good. Yeah. Now, do you think that engine could make it to Strasbourg?
If they did that, like it reminds me of Strasbourg 90 because of its original look.
Yeah, almost. But it's not. That locomotive is a Pacific, not a Decapod.
Yeah, yeah.
Or hang on. Or what if one of these locomotives? Yeah, that was me a few years back. Nice. Forgot about that. Or how about this big baby? Or
Which one?
my
Which
other
one?
favorite engine that won me over, which is the former Milwaukee engine herself.
Oh, Milwaukee Road 261.
Yeah, would she make a nice visit to Strasbourg?
That would have been amazing. Like to see
Actually,
a
that's still
Like
a
Steamtown,
possibility. It could happen still. Now that
Steamtown.
611 has departed,
Look,
maybe
look-
we could see like that
Yep.
engine coming back.
Steamtown
is-
is the name of the museum I went to see the
This
big
one,
boy.
I don't know if they would do this 4014 coming to Strasbourg or
Yeah,
that.
but listen, guys, listen. Yes, Steamtown. Yes, Cool Boy. Yeah, in 1985, that's where 261 and some of the other engines, like in Strain or whatever it was, they were on their way in 1985. It was a
Yeah,
big
they still
event.
have the 4012 big boy over there.
Yeah, that's where she is. That's where they did
No.
they did steam gathering, and the same year Brandon was born, 1995.
Happy
Yep,
birthday.
I was born.
Happy birthday, David Gordon.
It
Yes,
would
thank
be,
you, Gordon David. Now we will sing a song for David Gordon. He's big, he's fast, he's proud.
He is. There he
Yeah,
is.
like, do you think 4014 should come to Strasbourg or no?
Well, the only way they would do that, they would have to put it on the flatbed, a very, very, very strong like flatbed, like on a lorry, and then they would plow it through the snow directly to Strasbourg, and then they would leave it on the flatbed, put it on special track, and then it'd be on static display for a temporary amount of time. Then they would reverse the process, put it back in on the rails, and then dump it in the sea.
Oh God, Brian, don't know.
No,
God,
if it came to
no.
Strasbourg, I bet,
What
like,
the hell?
would it be is it a big, too much of a big engine for their railroad?
Well,
Yeah, they
true.
still-
Okay, now
I still
the
believe
dumping
it
in
can
the sea
happen.
part, that was just okay. That's just a Thomas reference. Like
Yes.
I'm sure that
We
Bill
all
and Ben
know where
were
that came
they were actually teasing Henry when they were going to
Gordon.
dump him in the sea. What?
Gordon in the sea. Stop making the sea minute up, Brian. I thought those habits had died after that a long time. Man.
I'm
We
sorry.
holy
I just
Santa
had
Claus,
to
man.
put a little joke here and there. Don't worry.
Hey, okay,
I'm not
listen.
gonna overdo it.
No, you're doing it from my reaction. I know you all too well, pal. But anyway, guys, speaking of which, I know these engines would be good, but you know who I think could make a nice... I know they've got a Berkshire over there in Strasbourg, but could you imagine the all-time favourite? The one
Here,
who's
Mark
like-
1225
No, is this big baby right
or
here.
765?
Yes. What if she
Yeah.
actually made
Oh,
What if she made to Strasbourg, you know? Yes, babe, yeah. What if she made to Strasbourg? I know, yeah. She's had 3 overhauls done and she's still running to this very day despite being modified a lot of times. Like she's the one who has 2 separate whistles, and the deep tone whistle is the closest to what mine would ever sound like. Yeah, imagine if this big baby was on Strasbourg as well. I think it could make the difference.
True. I mean, now, I know who would make a perfect visit to Strasbourg.
Here we go. As
Like-
one would say, express coming through.
Oh yes.
meow.
But imagine like an engine of Pip and Emma visiting Strasbourg. You know, like the high speed train, like visiting Strasbourg. A different assortment of coaches. That coach was delicious, and oh, that's a nice little delicious coach.
Brandon, enough with your delicious quotes. They're making me want to go and be sick in the toilet. Good
Okay,
Christ.
I'm not trying to make you sick here, Glenn.
I've
what I'm
already
trying to say-
taken my guts away. Oh, Jesus Christ.
The colors look amazing. I'm just saying on the coaches.
I know, but you were just thinking, oh, this and that.
I wasn't saying eat the coaches.
Oh, God. They're getting cool for you, bro. This is how Brian is. He's got a good sense of humor.
Yes, I have a funny sense of humor, and
Well, how about this one? How about this one? How about this post-war Northern, the youngest Northern ever? Nope, not this shit.
Yay! Wait, what? What do you mean? It's part of the video.
No, it is not.
Ads are educational.
No, they're not. They're annoying and a nuisance.
I know.
Wait, why
Well-
don't you just? I'm not trying to promote anything, but I already have a freaking Chrome extension. It's called AdBlock.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can also refresh the page. Like, I mean, Glenn, if you
Yeah,
wanted to.
20 times until your
20
computer lags.
Yeah, 25 times. I know. Well, how about this big baby right here? The youngest Northern ever could make it to Strasbourg if she ever does return.
Oh my God, is that CNO? Oh my goodness. It's 27.
Yep,
It's
CNO.
6:14.
Throughout the early 1980s, rail fans in the Northeast were treated to two historic modern steam railroading events. Decades after its retirement, ex-C&O J3A Greenbrier number 614 once again rode the rails, powering some of the East Coast's largest and fastest excursions. Making its debut in September of 1980, she was the motive power for Operation Lifesaver's Chessie Safety Express. These trips began in Baltimore, Maryland, and ventured out as far as Orlando and Miami, Florida. Many of the Safety Express trips were on C&O home rails from Huntington to Hinton, West Virginia, a route that she and her crew were to become very well acquainted with. In 1985, she hauled 4,500-ton loaded coal trains unassisted uphill, testing for the ACE 3000 project. Relive the action and excitement from both events as Bill Klein and Steve Laro, in association with K&L Trains, present one of Lima's finest, Chesapeake and Ohio J3A Greenbrier number 614.
That engine, I hope that engine retires.
Yeah, this is one of the engines. You know, this engine was built in the post-war, and it's the youngest Northern ever, from what I can tell. You still there, Brandon?
Oh,
it looks like Ginger Juice decided to ascend to heaven.
What the hell? Excuse me.
That's all right. We're all good there. Anyways, still guys ain't all right?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Yeah.
I said this Lego was one of the best. Hang on. I'll be right back, guys. Hang on.
Alrighty.
All right.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, guys, I'm still here. Just had to.
Heyo.
Again, like I said. Oh, looks like we keep losing guys one by one.
Hey, Kane fan.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you this, but you know, Nostalgia Critic or Channel Awesome.
Yes, I do very well.
Yeah, you heard that he I think he's he's doing what if Tim Burton directed like Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. He's doing that right now. He already released part 2 for Batman and Robin. And
I remember very well back in the day, man. I remember listening to the old classics he did, especially Batman and Robin and whatnot. Yeah, so he's doing basically a re-variation of it now.
yeah, but he's doing if Tim Burton didn't get booted off and actually
Like a what's
directed.
it?
Yes,
Oh yeah,
what if? And I'll
Yeah.
tell you, he did Batman Forever. It turned out to be really good.
yeah.
We should all watch it together.
I've actually even seen like what it would be like if they ever did like a what if Tim Burton, like he's still got enough left in him if you wanted to do like if you wanted to take the two films, you know, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, and you know, instead of having Michael Keaton do the cape, you could always find, I don't know, somebody else to do Batman with but with Michael Keaton doing the voice role.
Let me put the and Michael Keaton was. Let me put the link in both the private chat and the comments.
I mean, like, I'm just saying, I mean, or heck, you know, like we could have somebody else doing Batman, or we could have the guy who did Batman recently doing the role, or
Robert
we could have
Pattinson.
perhaps maybe, or well, hang on a minute, no, because Batman had been like, I'm not sure how long he'd been a vigilante for at that point, because they don't say how old Batman is at this point. So I'm thinking to myself, perhaps somebody could do Batman instead. Michael Keaton could still do the voice role, or we could have had, I don't know.
He's around 30 years old.
Yeah, or we could have, you know, and then maybe in Batman Robin, once again, the same treatment, or we could have perhaps Ben Affleck doing the voice dub.
Oh, personally, I don't really like Batfleck.
Well, to be quite honest, nowadays, I do hear Ben Affleck's voice a lot as Batman in terms of in the suit, but I can just see Bruce Wayne just talking normally, except I could just see Ben Affleck doing it. I don't know why. I just really like Ben Affleck doing Ben Affleck's voice. It sounds like how we would. It's like how you would vision Batman to sound, dark and intimidating.
Yeah, but the voice changer kind of does undo it for him personally.
I loved it. To me, it's how I hear Batman. We don't want any copyright real, so I don't.
Oh yeah.
I can actually hear Ben Affleck doing Michael Keaton's line, which like, I'm Batman. Yeah, but except I can see the difference is I can see if Ben Affleck was doing Batman, here's two things I could see him do. He's got the same style as him, except he's doing it in his voice dub, as we heard. And the only difference is Batman's got, except the Batsuit's got the glowing blue eyes to make him look scary in the shadows. Do you think that would work?
Yeah.
Like having Batman having glowing eyes like he did in the cartoon series?
Yeah.
That would work actually, because I have a thing for glowing eyes, and I think Ben Affleck's Batman nailed it pretty good. Because when I was seeing it, I was visioning myself, this is just like how Michael Keaton would have looked. I don't know, there's just something about the armored Batman and Batman v Superman that made him stand out very well. You know? That's kind of like how I've been envisioning Batman for quite a while actually now. Like a combination of Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck. Put those two together, you got a pretty badass looking Batman.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, the one we had recently was impressive. Like it focused on a much younger Batman, and he's only just started as a vigilante, where he's basically, you know, it said in the film he was like 2 years into his career, so he was just starting out still. Yeah, and him and Commissioner Gordon were not fully acquainted yet at that point. So I could see where they're going with this new retelling of him. And you have heard that they're doing the Batman 2. I was very shocked.
Yeah.
I was like, so we're getting it. So we're actually beginning a new MCMU version of Batman, but we're focusing on his younger style and how he was known as the greatest detective. So I'm very curious to see where they're going to go with this one. And I'm hoping we'll see more Batman dish out a lot in this next one. So again, I'm curious, but at the same time, Batman in this one won me over. I mean, he looks intimidating enough, and he looks like he was, you know, I mean,
I'll be right back.
That's all right. And his theme was still good. But I'm just wondering, I was just wondering if will they ever do a remix of him and Michael Keaton's Batman?
Yes, Mum.
Okay, lads, I'm back. Miss anything while I was just gone for a bit?
No.
I mean, if you guys can continue with your channel, I'll have to end it up in a minute because, yeah, I gotta go early. However, though, I really am glad to know that things have been going well. Like I said, I really am looking forward to Christmas. I think a lot of us are this year. Despite everything that we've gone through this year, I think this is going to be good. It's just a shame we all can't get together and just, celebrate as a big family. That's how good I'd like it to be. So anyways, I might have to wrap this one up, lads. But again, as I said, I hope you guys have a great Christmas. I might pop on briefly, maybe sometime during Christmas Eve, like during the daytime or something like that. Only for a little one, just to send my great season screens to you all. But I hope you guys have a wonderful time, and wish you all the best for a new year for 2023. So take care, chaps. And
See ya.
Thanks
See
for
ya.
watching, guys. This is KFan701. Have a happy Merry Christmas worldwide, and God bless.
See you all next year.